I'm Farmer Catherine from Velisha Farms, and here we are, episode 6 of Veg TV. Who thought it would come this far? We've had 5 more episodes before this, and if you've watched this, you'll know we have a bit of a card theme going. So let's run through it, just in case you haven't watched them. Episode 1 was the king, broccoli. Why? Because it's the best. Episode 2, the diamond, collie. Why? Because it's so white. Episode 3, celery, joker. Why? Because people think it's a joke, but now no one does. Episode 4, the iceberg lettuce is the queen, because we want you all to put it back on the throne in your fridge where a queen should be. Episode 5, the heart, the spring onion. And why? Because it's the onion that doesn't make you cry. And episode 6, today, zucchinis. And what would it be? Well, we've decided this one is the club because it's actually part of a fruit club. So, talking more about that, zucchini isn't a vegetable, it's a fruit. And there's a lot of vegetables that are fruits. So today, what we're going to do is show you a little bit about how this vegetable slash fruit grows, how you can turn it into a fruit smoothie, a fruit club smoothie, it's like what we like to call it, and just generally about the speed in which it grows, the things you need to look out for when you're shopping, and certain blemishes and things like that. So let's now go outside and see a little bit more about how zucchini grows. Now, like last episode, zucchinis don't grow in Werribee South. They could, like spring onions, but they don't. They like a warmer temperature, and we're a bit temperate out here. So zucchinis usually grow in Queensland during winter and Victoria, hotter areas during summer. So think places like Shepparton and Mildura. So let's go outside and see how we'll be talking about zucchinis and what we can learn about this beautiful fruit. So here I am in a beautiful fruit patch. I am in a patch of fruit because we all know now zucchini is a fruit, not a vegetable. But here, unfortunately, I'm just in the back of the ute with some zucchinis because we can't be where they're growing right at the moment. They're growing in Queensland. We're getting these out of Bundaberg. So that's one of the biggest producing areas in Australia, Bundaberg. Sometimes they grow up a bit further as well. In Victoria, we take over the burden of zucchini growing in summer. So think of areas like Shepparton, Mildura, those kind of Swan Hill, those kind of hotter areas. Zucchini love the heat. They're almost like a desert plant. So, when you see a plant in the field and you go up close, they've got those beautiful big leaves, but they've also got some little spikes on their stems. So that's where the zucchini grow off. So the zucchini have flowers. You might see a zucchini flower in shop. So the zucchini flowers sometimes dry on them, and they just dry on the end and they sit on the end. And you guys sometimes don't buy them because of that. So next time you see a little bit of brown on the end, just know that that's just a dried up zucchini flower that hasn't been picked off. Now, these zucchinis are the female part of the plant because the flower, when it's just flowered, is the male. So this is the fruit of the zucchini plant, the baby, you could call it. Don't let that turn you off. They're delicious. Now, we've shown you different recipes about, how they can be sweet and savoury because they're a fruit, but they are, and we think of them as a veg. So they're pretty cool. Other things you need to know about zucchinis is they can double in size when they grow on a hot day. So farmers sometimes have to go out and pick them in the morning, and then if it's hot enough, they'll have to go out and pick them in the afternoon because the zucchinis that weren't ready in the morning will be ready at night. So you can imagine, during the heat of summer, it's quite a stressful job being a zucchini grower. There's no holidays, you're not taking the weekend off, you are manning that patch. The other thing with zucchinis is, if it gets a cold snap during summer, either be our summer in Victoria or winter summer in Queensland, they can stop growing altogether. So that's sometimes why you see those huge fluctuations in prices. The other thing about zucchini, see how these are all the same size? That didn't happen by accident. The zucchini machine didn't print them out like this. What they've been is when we pick and we try to get them this small, medium size, which is what everyone seems to like. But they sometimes are bigger than that and sometimes are smaller than that. So the bigger ones are usually used for processing and the smaller ones we just wait until they're the right size. But like I said, there's moments away from when it becomes a perfect zucchini to it being too big. So it's 10 times being a zucchini grower. The other thing about zucchini growing, wind. So like I said, the zucchini plant has all those little spikes on the stem, and when the wind happens, the zucchinis can rub up against the stem and they get scratches. And that's another thing you guys don't like. So sometimes you leave the scratchy zucchinis on the shelves. That makes shopkeepers and things not want to buy them because they think, well, we can't sell them. So next time you see a scratchy zucchini, what I want you to do is love it and buy it first, because you know that that zucchini has gone through probably some very windy nights and windy days, and that farmer has probably had equally sleepless nights and sleepless days. So a lot of things with veg is just superficial, scratches, marks. Zucchinis are no different because they've got such thin skins. So it's really hard to keep them in beautiful shape, but we try. And I want you to all know that. And that's why we do these shows, for the love of veg. So you guys understand how much we love veg, how much all farmers love veg, how much effort goes in to getting what you see is almost perfect produce every day on the shelves. But what we also want to teach you is that perfect produce comes at a cost, and it's actually no better than some of the other produce that we leave behind. So please don't be superficial with your choices. All veg is good veg, and the zucchini is no different. So a scratched zucchini is perfectly fine. A little bit of a bigger zucchini is perfectly fine. A zucchini with a little brown knob in there, just the baby flower, perfectly fine. Enjoy your zucchinis, both savory and sweet, the veg and the fruit, and that's why this vegetable is part of the Fruit Club. So I hope you enjoyed learning about how zucchinis grow and learning about our school tours, etc. So, you know the great thing about this fruit veg, it can be used like a fruit veg, sweet or savoury, chips, cakes, smoothies, bakes. So it's really up to you. And through this episode, we're going to have 2 different ways to cook it. My mate Mike will be doing a savoury, and my mate Catherine will be doing a sweet. So I'll be making a smoothie out of these. And before you all want to be sick, trust me on this one. You know what I love about zucchinis? They're really mild in flavour. They really are versatile, and that will be shown up in this smoothie. So get excited. There's plenty more to come. So now we're going to go see how they're harvested, how they grow, and the process of packing them. I hope you enjoy learning more about zucchini, the wonder fruit, and we'll see you when we get back. 3 zucchinis are being packed again for Aldi, so it's 500 grams. This machine is called an overwrap machine. So what we'll do is the tray will run through and then we plastic it overwrapped. It goes automatically labelled, so we'll watch what happens on the tray. So 3 zucchinis. These zucchinis are a little bit small, so it'll take some time to actually get the right weight. That's one of the challenges when packing things to the supermarket. We have to be in the right weight range. So now you've seen how they grow, how they're harvested, how they're processed. We're going to show you how to cook them. So my mate Mike is making some beautiful zucchini fritters, and I can say this was one of his best recipes. So see how he does it, make them at home, get your zucchinis, but then after Mike, I'll be showing you how to turn this into a dessert-like fruit club smoothies. So stay with us. I hope you enjoy the zucchini fritters as much as I enjoyed eating them.
Hey, we're back at Velisha Farms with the incredible Catherine Velisha.
Great.
Third generation, fourth generation?
Third generation. Don't age me too much.
And then we've got the lorries going on in the background. So you do all your picking here as well.
Yeah.
And packaging and goes everywhere in Australia?
Yeah, we have stock coming in from our farms, from other growers, and then we distribute all around Australia. So you might be eating our veggies in Tassie or Queensland.
It's amazing. And today I'm going to showcase their incredible zucchinis.
Beautiful.
Or courgettes if you're from England, which I am. So if I call it courgettes, guys, forgive me. So we're going to start off with a couple of zucchinis.
Beautiful.
We're going to make them fritters. Very simple recipe for you that you can follow at home, and you can pimp it out any way you want after that. You can add eggs to it, halloumi. It's a really basic recipe, which I use time and time again. So easy, even Catherine's going to be able to make it.
Oh, what? We'll see.
So we're going to start off just by grating down those 2 zucchinis.
Yep.
On the big one for me.
Beautiful. Just like that?
And and all of it. Like, I want the ends, no waste.
Yep.
I've got some oil in my frying pan already. We've got the lorries going there and the red sand coming in my face. It's all going on here, guys.
Nowhere more exciting to be other than the farm. Don't worry about that.
So how many farms do you have? You've got a few farms, right?
Yeah, in different areas. So we've got, 3 different growing areas that we concentrate on in Victoria, which is Shepparton, Werribee South, where we are now, and Caldermead, which is closer to the beach and has sandy soil. So, but these zucchinis have come from Shepparton, where it's a little bit warmer. It's usually about 5 degrees warmer than Melbourne or here. So that's why we grow them during the summer down there. So
nice. So all seasons, you're rotating what you're growing at the right point in the right part of Australia to keep an all year round supply.
Yeah, exactly. And we have different growers also that grow for us. So it's a real team effort. Horticulture and agriculture is such an important part of Australia and the economy and obviously all our lives, because we eat so much and we all have to eat to survive.
100%.
So, it's a really exciting industry to be a part of.
Yeah. I mean, like, chefs take a lot of credit for so much of the food.
Yeah, all our credit,
produced.
really. Yeah. That's all right, Mark. Okay.
Hey, I was about to try and give you some credit back. But it really is. It's the producer's guide. The producers do the hardest part of the job, because when you start with amazing produce, our life as chefs is so much easier.
Oh, we're a good team.
We are. So that beautiful fresh zucchini. I've added the peas in there already. Gonna add the egg in.
Just one egg?
Just one egg, nice and easy.
Perfect.
Couple of teaspoons of dried cumin.
Beautiful.
The flour, pinch of salt.
Yeah, fantastic.
Do you want to just bind that with a little spoon? Just give it a fold through.
Yeah, no worries.
can use probably a bigger one.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
otherwise
Thank
I'll
you.
still be here tomorrow.
You said a little spoon. but
I know,
anyway.
but you know, my little to your little. And then we'll just add in the
Thank you.
bicarb as well. So to serve it, guys, I've just got a little bit of a mango chutney. You can serve it with tomato relish, you could serve it with sriracha sauce, you could serve it with yogurt, up to you. So like, I'm a keen grower as well. Like, I like to think of myself as a producer.
Yeah, okay.
In
Well, I like
my-
to think of myself as a chef, so I'm glad we both took it off the mark.
I grow a couple of zucchinis myself at home,
Yeah?
a few tomatoes.
Yeah? How they
Well,
going? Good?
Do you know what? My tomatoes this year were beautiful. My cucumbers struggled this year.
It's
So
probably
what-
because it's not warm enough. It's
Yeah.
been a very cool summer
So that's what
here.
it is, eh?
Yeah, like we haven't had really any long stints of heat, and
Yeah.
that, you know, and that's probably why we haven't lost any stock this year, which we usually do with some of those hot
Yeah,
weathers. So
because
we've had a
it
really
peaks
mild
too
one.
much.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
very interesting. We're gonna just start to spoon this into our hot oil now. We're gonna fry them up, and then I'll be back to show you how to plate.
Fantastic.
A little bit of coriander just to garnish it. You can add onions through this recipe as well,
Yeah.
and then they become like half fritters, like bhaji sort of styles. Great as a snack, great for lunch, eggs for breakfast. I do a dish in my restaurant with pan-fried halloumi, poached eggs, and an onion jam with these
Fantastic.
courgette fritters.
Beautiful.
See,
Sounds-
I called it courgette then.
I know. It's okay. We'll forgive you. We'll forgive you, Mike.
Guys, these are beauties. You've got to give them a try. I'm gonna go straight in now when they're nice and hot.
Beautiful.
Cheers.
Cheers. So crunchy, so beautiful.
Crispy, crunchy,
Yeah.
zucchini,
Yeah.
peas,
Yeah.
little touch of spice in there. What more can you want, eh?
Fantastic. Done us proud again.
Thank you.
Mike, if you want to know anything more about veg education, or anyone at home wants to go, they can just go to our website and they can learn about all the exciting opportunities there are in horticulture, the exciting courses we're doing around safety and leadership, and all the opportunities that horticulture bring, just like they do in hospitality. Welcome back, episode 6, Veg TV. I hope you liked what my mate Mike did with the zucchini fritters. So what I'm doing now is taking this zucchini and putting it back in the fruit club where it belongs, because if you've been watching earlier, you'll know zucchini is actually a fruit. So I thought I'd show you how much of a fruit it can really be. So we're making a smoothie today using zucchini as the main ingredient, just some avocado, which is another veg fruit, Strawberries, frozen strawberries I got here that I made myself, but you can use any fruit, and I've got some dates for sweetening. Again, like I did last week, as we're in the beautiful Veg TV kitchen, I'm just doing this to show you the premise of how you can use your veg fruit in a smoothie. It's really low cal, and the zucchini makes it go quite smooth and creamy. So bear with us. Now, I'm going to peel the zucchini. You don't have to at all. I'm just doing this first to get a bit of colour, to take the green colour out of the smoothie a bit, just in case, you know, you're giving this to any kids at home, or you've just got to change what you think about it in your brain, because sometimes that's all it takes, is you need to do a little bit of tricking your brain sometimes to be able to eat things. So by taking the green off, it kind of is less veg and more fruit, because it is. So I'm just peeling it. Easy as, right? So chopping it. Now there's a little trick. So I've chopped off quite a bit there of the stem. So what you can do is you can actually turn these into little stamps. I won't do it now, but you get the idea. Turn it into a star. Put it on a thing. So there you go. That's lots of fun. See, veg. We do this all for the love of veg, and we have so many tricks and tips. Now this skin, you could make chips out of it. You could also just feed it to the worms. You could definitely add it. Like I said, I'm only not adding it because I'm trying to, I guess, make it a little bit different for our brains. So zucchini in, frozen strawberries. So I cut and froze these myself because, you know, buying Australian strawberry growers need us. So this is our Fruit Club smoothie. And remember, why is the zucchini the club in this episode? Because it's a member of the Fruit Club. And so is avocado. So you can put as much or as little avocado as you want. Again, this will make it creamier. So I reckon that's all right for now. And I'm going to put in 2 dates. You could put in 3 dates, depends how much you like, how sweet you like it. Some water. You can use nut milks, whatever. Again, I'm just showing you the base. You can do it however you like. So we'll blend that up and then we'll be back and you can have a look at the smoothie. Okay, this is our Fruit Club smoothie, and it's got a full fruit in it, the zucchini. So this has got 1 whole zucchini in it. You wouldn't know, would you? Look at it. So you can see how beautiful and creamy that is, right? And I promise you, this will just taste like a strawberry milkshake. So 1 whole zucchini, a little bit of avocado, a couple of dates, and whatever berry you like, boom. Nothing but fruit. We hope you've enjoyed everything you've seen today about zucchini, the veg of the fruit club. You've seen how versatile it is, you've seen how it grows, you've seen some of the issues with how hard it is for farmers to get them perfect, like we always talk about. That's why we do all of this. We do all of this for the love of veg, and we want you guys to understand how much effort and love goes into your veg, and that sometimes when it's not perfect, that's even more reason to buy it and love it, because both we, the farmer, and the vegetables or fruit have gone probably through some quite extreme conditions to get to you and a lot of stress. So if you can buy more when they're looking less glamorous, it actually helps us more. So hope you've enjoyed everything today. We hope you enjoyed those recipes. Remember, we do school excursions here 2022. Book it in. You deserve it. We've had a tough years. Tell your parents, tell your teachers, get us here at Velisha Farms. We want to spend and love the veg as much as Catherine and the team of Velisha Farms do. Go to Veg Education to book your spot, and we will see you 2022. What we'll also see you is next week for episode 7. Now, we only have 2 cards left if you know your pack. So, what magic will we come up with next week? You know as well as I do. So, we'll see you next week.